Hello my friends, this is Arthuss and today I want to talk about Vauban. And there's actually something about Vauban that is quite hidden, or actually just not being shown on your ability screen. And that is about the Flechette orb. Because the Flechette orb's damage actually increases with your buffs, but that is actually not shown here. 642 there, I'm gonna activate the overdriver and it's still at 642. I can even activate the eclipse and still 642. And eclipse actually affects Flechette orb as it's treated kind of a weapon-like, and I'm not quite sure what kind of weapon it is because its damage doesn't increases with Arcane Fury or Arcane Awakening, but it does increases with the Mirage buff, so it could maybe be considered like a primary weapon. I don't know. I don't have the arcanes to test that, and that's why I can't tell you for sure. As we have arcanes that actually increase the primary weapon damage. But yeah, with that out of the way, I'm gonna show you how it works. First, I'm gonna spawn some heavy gunners. They are gonna be taking increased damage because of the Vauban's passive, as they are being pretty much CC'd. And as you can see, 2463. Gonna activate the overdriver. That already went up to 3781. And if I activate Eclipse, damage goes even further. 4185 or 83 sometimes. Sometimes even higher. Those are probably headshots. But yeah, you might be wondering how did I got this, or what was the purpose of all of this. And what I was trying to do was to make a build where we could kill pretty much everything with the Flechette orb. And I actually made a build for us to remove all of the enemy's armor and then pretty much just use the Flechette and it's gonna kill everything for its own, I'd say. For this build, 5 seconds is all it takes to remove all of the enemy's armor. And then I'm just gonna throw a Flechette there and they're gonna die. You can have up to 4 Flechettes up. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Gonna throw another one, I'm gonna spawn some more. Yeah, everything just dies. Yep, all dead again. This build is actually not really focused on survivability, that's why I only have a adaptation. But yeah, keeping the CC and the damage is pretty much the priority of this build. I've put in Eclipse just to... It was actually a mistake. I was gonna put No Star to increase the survivability, but it ended as Eclipse. That is actually okay. The only thing that we cannot increase with, I think with Warframe skills, is the amount of armor that we're gonna be reducing from the enemy. The only thing we can use to increase that, I think, of course with our own stuff, is to use a kit gun with the packs bolt, I think, that increases the strength of your abilities when you kill enemies with a headshot. But yeah, that's pretty much what this build is for. Stripping enemy armor and then killing with either the Flechette, and we can use even the Photon Strike for that. I'm gonna show you just how it works. Pretty much the same concept. As I have the Magus Anomaly, and we're just gonna pull everyone together and use a Photon Strike. Yeah, everyone is dead with one shot. Yeah, dead again. If you think this build doesn't actually have a lot of defense, you could, like the Null Star. Eclipse is gonna help us when we stay on the shadow, but yeah, that's really situational. As far as actually for the rest, I don't really think there's anything else I would change here. Yeah, for me, build works just fine, just okay. You can use the kit gun as I said before. 21.3 debuff per second of the armor removed. Just gonna quickly remove their armor to show you how much it increases. And it goes up to 24.4 per second. That is guaranteed, almost guaranteed. I think that 4 seconds is gonna remove all of the enemy's armor. Yeah, almost guaranteed. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way to make Photon Strike work. Such a cool ability, such little damage. The build is actually for the Flechette, but Photon Strike is cool. The only other thing I could mention is that this build is actually quite power hungry. So it could be good to have a Saw with the Exodia Brave to recover some energy. Or maybe a syndicate weapon like the Synoid Gamma Core, or I think it's the Ractus Cernos that explodes on Viral and gives you movement speed and a little bit of energy. And yeah, those weapons with effects that recover your energy are really good. Because yeah, Vauban doesn't really have that much energy. Or you can even put a dispensary on place of that I have my Eclipse on your first ability. Return Overdriver and then the Eclipse. The Shady Orbs are gonna deal a crazy amount of damage. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.